Hi, this is Melanie of Pardesi Reviews, and I'm here to do a film review of the Kangana Ranaut film, Panga. If you're new to Pardesi Reviews, I do trailer reactions and film reviews of Indian cinema. I was really looking forward to this film because of the director. Ashwiny Iyer Tiwari gave us the fantastic film Barely Keep Our Feet. It's one of my favorite films of the last couple years. So delightful, so funny, so heartwarming, just everything. I loved it to pieces. So this film intrigued me. Kangana is playing a mother who's 32, and she used to be the captain of the Indian kabaddi team. She has a 7-year-old son and a devoted husband played by Jassi Gill as Prasad. The film sets up at the beginning just this warm family, the relationship. The little son, he was a premature birth, and so she is just like many mothers I've seen. When you have a child that has health issues, she is hyper vigilant about him and his medicine and his diet, and if he has the slightest stomach upset, okay, we've got to take him to the doctor. I have seen so many mothers like that. I recognize that immediately. It was really great to see Kangana playing a mother. And so she's conflicted because she does everything so well. She is a wonderful mother. She's a working woman. She has a job at the railway. But yet she has these lingering regrets because she gave up her career in kabaddi to have the baby. And because he was preterm and needed extra care, she gave up her career. And at one point, when her son really finds out, her little cute, he's such an adorable little child actor, finds out what her past career was, he keeps badgering her and his father, why doesn't mommy try to make a comeback? And that was one of the cutest scenes of the movie, as he's researching and telling his father, showing him pictures on the internet. Look at Serena Williams. Roger Federer is even better. Just talking about all these athletes, especially Serena Williams, athletes who have had children and made a comeback and are still at the top of their game. That was just the cutest thing. And so at first, the husband just says, just to stop him from hounding me, will you just train for a little bit and then we'll let him down? But then she realizes, this really feels good to get back to what I was before I was just a mother. The way Kangana played this role, how conflicted she was, because obviously the whole movie is about her having a comeback, that when she does get the opportunity, then she will have to be separated from her family, and the conflict of reaching that goal, knowing that she reached that goal, but how could she leave her family? Is her child going to starve because her husband doesn't know how to cook anything? Which was a realistic thing. At one point she said, it was one of the best lines in the movie, she says, if I had to make a list of all the things that I do, it would take over 200 pages. And I totally relate to that, because it's not even the physical labor of doing the laundry, doing the cooking. It's also the emotional work and burden that you carry. Like she gives names to holidays, and she's like, what are those? And she's like, no, that's the day the kid gets a certain medicine twice a year. Just knowing those kinds of things, like in my own family, who makes the dentist appointments, who makes the doctor's appointments, who makes sure the kids get vaccinated, all those kinds of things beyond just what are we having for dinner. I totally related to that. I just felt here was a film, a woman filmmaker making it about a woman. It really did not put this is a mother on a pedestal. She just is this ideal. She was a real woman, a real fleshed out character who had hopes and dreams and was competent at more than one thing, and wasn't just a mother. Her mother is played by Neena Gupta in a small supporting role, but it was still super fun to see her again on screen. I last saw her at the Chicago South Asian Film Festival. She was in a film called The Last Color, which I'm not sure has been commercially released. It may still be doing the film festival rounds, but anyway, it was fun seeing her here in this film. I've already mentioned Jassi Gill, who I think is known for Punjabi films. I don't believe I've ever seen him really in a Hindi film. He was awesome. He was supportive, but yet kind of clueless. He came around, but I think he was kind of standing in for what I've seen as kind of a typical Indian male who's just sitting there waiting for his dinner or breakfast to be served, and he's totally helpless with all of those domestic things. Really struggles when he's having to feed the child himself. There's a supporting character played by Richa Chandra as Neena, the best friend from the kabaddi days of Kangana's character. She got a lot of the funny lines as well as the little kids. She was awesome in this film. I absolutely loved her. One of my favorite scenes was when she was meeting a prospective bridegroom in her sweatsuit. The bridegroom who didn't say a single word in the whole movie. There was a lot of predictable sports cliches getting to the final victory, like we know that she's actually going to play and make it and all of that. I still am confused about exactly what the rules of kabaddi were. I felt like I did learn a little bit more from this film on how different points are awarded and whatever. I've seen it just as a scene in so many other films, but this one, it was an entire film about it. And I was really surprised that there's like Korean teams and Iranian teams, and I just somehow in my head I thought it was just an Indian sport. It was interesting when they got to this international competition that how widespread the sport is. Anyway, I really enjoyed this film. It just had such a feel-good quality to it. So highly recommend. And Kangana just gave an amazing performance. I can't tell you if she was a great kabaddi player, but I can tell you she was a great actress in playing this mother role with a lot of heart and just a lot of subtle touches in small little moments in the film that just add up to a really great role for her. Anyway, let me know if you enjoyed this film, what your thoughts were in the comments below. Follow me on Twitter at Pardesi YT. If you liked this video, please do share it on social media. Subscribe here to Pardesi Reviews and hit the bell if you never want to miss another trailer reaction or film review.